sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of the times, you gotta shut up and listen. There's too many people out there trying to give, when they need to sit back and be a student and apply. So many people, sometimes I think about some people, you know, sometimes most people just want to shine and credit from just like speaking and trying to teach people from what they learn in their books. But in all reality, you need to go apply whatever you learn. It's the only way that you're gonna actually understand what you're reading and listening to. It don't stop. It doesn't stop. Do you study every single night? Do you read every night? Do you listen to any audios or watch any podcasts or any interviews from successful people every single night? Oh, Winning is one of my favorite books. I actually heard I got the book, but actually I heard the book. I already heard the book like 3 times. I think that book is the recipe for success. You want to win. You want to win on a high level and not bullshit yourself. Then that's the book. Period. You know what I mean? Like if you really want to win on a high level, that's the book. Period. That's the book. A lot of the things, to success is pretty much common sense, but you really don't. Most people don't got common sense. But that book is definitely incredible. And again, man, it could be like any other book, man. There's a lot of great books out there, but if you don't apply what you're learning, what you're reading, then it doesn't matter. I know a lot of people that read all the books, that listen to all the audios, and they're still in the same place they were in 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. So you gotta apply the book. You could literally, you could literally read one book over and over and change your life. You could read one book over and over and change your life. I heard from someone a long time ago, a very successful man. He said he doesn't even read the books. He masters a chapter. Say that one more time, man. I heard from a very successful man a while ago. He said, I don't even read the book. I master the chapter. I read the chapter until it's mastered. See, most people are flying through the books to find quotes to put on their pictures on Instagram. Most people are reading books to to teach others what they read from that book, but they're not trying to master that book. They're not trying to apply that book. They're not trying to apply whatever they read or learn. I'm telling you, it's literally, you can, especially in network marketing, you can kind of pinpoint why, a lot of people, why certain people ain't winning, winning at the level that they should be winning, because there's a lot of talented people out there that get stuck and they keep hitting the same wall over and over and over and over and over and over again, not understanding that, at some point you got to sit back and you got to sit back, think, and you got to go, okay, cool. What am I not getting that I'm not getting over this wall right now? What am I not understanding? And you got to go back and look for the answers, but look for the answers and apply that. You know what I mean? There's too many people out here reading and listening and not applying the shit. You need a strong work ethic. You need a strong work ethic that's going to match the personal development. It goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? It's like the right ingredients. You got to put the right ingredients in place. If you got the right ingredients in place, a little dash of salt, dash of adobo, and do this and do that and whatever, put a little dash of ingredients here and there, and you put the right amount, you're going to create something magical. It's kind of like baking a cake. You tell somebody to put sugar and they put salt, you ain't gonna get that same tasting, that same tasting cake as your grandmother, right? Your grandmother said, "Man, I love that cake. I love that cake. Can I get the ingredients to that cake, Grandma?" They give you that cake, and you see sugar, and you go, "Man, let me just put salt because it looks the same." So you put a little salt in there, and that cake is not going to taste the same. That cake is going to be disgusting. It's going to be real salty, and that's kind of what like a lot of people do with personal development. Reading these books, and this is actually a book that I'm damn near about to be done with. You got to put the right ingredients in and get to work. I believe that they say most people don't become successful in network marketing. I believe anybody can become successful in network marketing if they actually apply themselves and listen and it's coachable. And somebody told me a long time ago, if you're coachable, you're teachable, you'll be unstoppable. So you got to be willing to follow the process. You got to be willing to follow the lead of the people that has done it. It's all it is. You know what I mean? Master that. Yeah, master the chapter. Master the chapter. What book have you mastered, right? What book have you mastered? You can't be reading book after book after book after book. That's great. That's great. But you got to master the book. Do you know what book do you know inside out? There's many books out there that could change your life. That could literally change your life. I got a couple here. So one of my favorite books. Secrets to the Millionaire Mind changed the game for me a couple years ago. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind changed my life a couple years ago. Along with that book was first thing that comes to my mind is The Magic of Thinking Big. That book changed the game for me. Rich Dad Poor Dad was another book that changed the game for me. There's a couple books that did something. That did something for me in my career. But I thank God I was able to find a couple books and learn from the book that I read and applied what I learned quickly. A lot of people don't do that. If they was to do that, then their business would be in a whole different way, in a whole different space. If they was to apply everything, let's talk network marketing. If you're trying to get to that next level, if you got any questions, for 30 minutes, let's chop it up. If you guys got any questions, write it down in the chat. And let's get some questions answered, man, because I think we're entering a new era, of network marketing. It's a lot of new people coming up. It's a lot of new ways to go about things, but the principle still remains on how to build a successful business. Principles still remain, whether you're doing anything online or you're going outside and getting things getting things done face to face. So it all remains same principle. How do you know what company is right for you? Well, first and foremost, I think you gotta like what you do, right? First and foremost, I think you gotta like what you do. You gotta like the products that you are selling to the people. If you like the product, and if you actually think that there's value in the product, it's easier to get passionate about that product, and it's easy to talk about the product, to your friends, family, and customers. So that's number one, is actually having a product in your hand that you like, that you enjoy, that you can use, that you can be passionate about, something that is unique in the marketplace. There's a lot of people out there with like a bunch of different, a bunch of different things going on. So you gotta make sure what you got is unique. Two is being around the right people. Having your third eye open and just being aware of the kind of leadership that the company you're in has. I think that is probably one of the biggest keys, is to have the right leadership in the company. So that's something to look at. And then third is always going to be last, which is the comp plan, the money, because if you get involved for something, if you get involved with something just for money, then you may not last a very long time in the industry, in the business. You end up jumping from one company to another, just trying to chase that high. So always look at money lastly. Obviously, you get involved in the industry, network marketing, and in the business because you want to change your life and you want the opportunity to make to make some money, whether it's a lot of money or some income to where you don't have to kill yourself and trade your hours for dollars anymore, or you want to actually get rich and you want to create a very successful business. You have to that always got to be in the back burner. It's kind of like playing sports. You don't get into the sports world to for money, right? You do it because you love it. You do it because there's a passion for it, and whatever obstacles you come across, because you're not doing it for money, you're willing to overcome that obstacle. I think that's another thing with like network marketing. People get in the game and they get in the game and chase money, and as soon as the first obstacle that comes in their way, they quit, because number one is they don't love the product. They're not passionate about the product. They have nothing else that is holding them down to that company but money. And because they're taking so long to get to the money, they quit. It's instead of learning how to get past that obstacle, how to get over that obstacle. And what people fail to realize is that in most cases, most of the time, that obstacle is there to only make you better. It's not there to stop you. It's not there to make your life, give you a hard time in life, and it's not there for that. It's there to, for you to stretch, learn, to get over. Because once you get past that level, you will become better. And in some way, shape, or form, you will become better. Every level is a new devil. So make sure whatever you do, that you like, and you're in the right, you like the product, you like the leadership, and lastly, good comp plan, and the money comes into play. But it always is easier if you actually like what you do and enjoy your products and believe that what you have is unique. That always helps, and you'll go very far in your career in network marketing if you're willing to, go about it the right way, with some morals, some integrity, some passion, and some real values. So good luck with finding the right company. Do you think going live has helped your business? Well, to be honest, Hardy, how you doing, Lou? I don't really go live like that. I kind of like fell back from, being on social media. I'm still like, I'm on social media, but not as much as I used to be. I used to post all the time on my story. I used to let everybody know, what I'm doing, what I'm eating, where I'm at, like everything. I used to post everything, and to be honest, man, I kind of got tired of that. And I just didn't want to post anymore like that. I've been kind of private more than anything. Whenever somebody does like see more of my life, is through like maybe a vlog or something that I hardly even post because doing vlogs. I mean, this takes too much time in my hand to like cut up a vlog and stuff like that. When I'm trying to build a business, it's just too much to focus on. But I think going live could probably it'll probably help you. I'm not gonna say that it's helped me, because it doesn't help me. Social media don't really help me like that. It looks like it does because I got a lot of followers, but to be honest, it's all of my followers are people that's in the industry. All of my followers came from the company. All of my the company or other companies and things like that. Yeah, I got people that don't follow me that's not in this industry, but social media really, like, I'm more of a like face to face type of person. I meet people all the time outside. I'm pretty much introverted, but if there's some type of good energy around me, I may get your number. We will chop it up. We will talk if I like your energy. But social media, man, is to me, it's great. I mean, it's good. It's great, but I'm not really. I don't push it like that. I don't really do a lot of social media activity. There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that use their social media for that. But I don't. I don't know. I should go live a little more. There's people that tell me all the time that I should be going live, at least once a day or maybe at least once a week. I should go live. But again, I don't really be feeling like going live, and I kind of like doing this live right now. I totally forced myself to do this because I was like pretty much bored. I've been on my computer all day. I'm talking to people all day, talking to teammates. I was listening to a lot of podcasts, a little personal development, and I'm like, okay, what else is there to do? It's like boring out here. There's nothing going on outside. So that's why I kind of hopped on this live. But I really, maybe I should go on live more. But yeah, it doesn't really do too much for me. Lily, how you doing, Lily? Yeah, never quit. Never ever quit. Quitting never lead to nothing at all. What was your biggest obstacle when building the movement you created? What was my biggest obstacle? I kind of like I'm searching for a company now, so this was insightful for me. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, David. I don't know. Maybe you want to DM me, maybe we could talk, and I could show you something. Maybe for you, it may not. I don't know, but message me, and we can get on the Zoom. But yeah, Dave. What's your biggest obstacle? Man, I don't really know what's my biggest obstacle. I think I always, every time somebody asks me that question, what was my biggest obstacle, I kind of go back to my first obstacle, which was in 2013 when a lot of cross recruiting was happening, and I never knew that I never knew that happened in the industry. I never knew that people cross recruited. I never knew that people stabbed you in your back. I mean, there's nothing is all sunshine and rainbows, right? In every industry, there's snakes in the grass. Anything that you do, especially in the business world, there's always gonna be like some snakes in the grass. So, if you're listening to this and you look, you listen to this and you want to get in network marketing, but what, stabbing your back? Yeah, it happens, man. It's business. People do weird things for money. Yeah, that was I think that was my first toughest my toughest experience, an obstacle, because it was my first obstacle, and the first 15 months in the game, I had fast success. I mean, I had fast success in my first 15 months. I became a 6-figure earner, and so it was smooth selling. It was smooth selling from the day I got in until like 15 months in. All this craziness started happening in the company and with people, and I didn't really understand that happened, and I didn't know how to handle it, and it caught me by surprise. It discouraged. It kind of discouraged me, but I kept fighting. I kept learning. I think this is the time in my career is when I really dove into personal development, when I really dove into the greats of the industry and started to really actually learn the industry instead of like pull, like a lot of people pull back. Again, that's the obstacle. When people, when people get into obstacles, they kind of pull back and they fade to black. And I went at it, head first. And, I studied my ass off the most at this time. This is like literally, I would go home and I would work and I would work and I would work and I would come home and I would just sit there in the dark and just like look for personal development. At the time was so many different speakers and successful interviews and Jim Rohn and all this kind of stuff. 3 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes. Like I really couldn't sleep 5 hours. I would go to sleep at like 5 in the morning, wake up at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m., get dressed, hit the streets again. Like it was just a different rotation that it was a different hunger. Not even rotation, it's a different hunger. When you want it bad enough, you're gonna do whatever you need to do to obtain success. You're going to do anything in your willpower to win. Like like the way I built in that, like when I first got involved with the business, there's no way that nobody cannot like anybody can succeed if they did it that way. Like really pour it in, like eat, sleep, drink your business. There's no other way around it. Like, I was willing to lose everything and everybody to succeed. You understand that? Meaning I wasn't hanging out. It was all, to me, it was all, let's get this thing done. Let's get it done. Let's change the life. Let's change life. Let's change the life right now. So again, that obstacle made me pour into myself even more. I dove into personal development like never before. And that was the time that kind of like, I remember listening and hearing something that shifted something in me. See, a lot of the times you don't know what you're looking for. And I did a podcast with Efrosini that a lot of people should listen to. It's better than what I thought. I actually heard it today and I was like, yo, this is pretty good. Because my friend that's not in the industry called me. It was like, yo, that podcast was crazy. You need to start doing podcasts. And I was like, you liked it? He was like, yo, that was a good talk. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Maybe I should promote it. And I promoted it because of him. He's not in the industry. And I only promoted it because he said it was good. And I'm like, because I'd be second guessing myself. I ain't even want to listen to it. But he said it was good. So I was like, okay, all right, let me tell the people to listen to it. But I heard it. I was like, oh, this is real good. You know what I mean? A lot of people should learn from this and take something from it and take it to that next level. So yeah, man, that obstacle right there is what changed the game for me. And then obviously after that, I went after obstacle after obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is it gets easier and easier. I mean, it don't get easier, you get better, right? Because it does not get easier at all. It definitely gets, you get better. You would it'll never get easier. Yeah. What's the biggest lesson you've learned thus far? I think the biggest lesson, the biggest lesson that I've learned so far is, I think, never put your full trust in somebody. Never put your full trust in anybody. People are people. Humans do the weirdest things, and you will never understand why certain people move the way they do. So I think one of my biggest lessons, and I think I learned that that's one of the most things that I've learned recently. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned recently was, never put your full trust in somebody, period. I mean, like, especially in this business world, people talk that relationship, oh man, it's a relationship building business. Yeah, that's true. It's very true that, we are in a relationship building business. But never, ever put your full trust in anybody. I don't care who they are. Period. Never. You will only do yourself dirty if you used to do that. And I heard from a mentor a long time ago, It's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at one person as if they could go Crown Royale, and I'm looking at the one person as if they could go Crown Royale with this eye, and they could quit tomorrow this eye. So it goes the same way with relationships. I'm looking at you as if we're really good. We actually got a real friend, a real friend, um, a relationship, or I'm looking at you like you gonna stab me in my back tomorrow. So I gotta watch it. You know what I mean? Is that the a great way to live? No. Jim Rohn would say that try to live life open. Because the same walls that you have up, uh, the same walls you have up, trying protecting yourself from the evil is also leaving the good out. But I think there is a way to protect yourself and still let good in. You can't. I mean, some people gonna slip through time to time, but you got to be aware, and that only comes with experience. Really, that's only gonna come with experience. It happens in the streets. It happens. It happens everywhere. But in the business, oh yeah, I would never trust anybody ever again. Period. So I think that was my biggest lesson, was putting too much trust in people. Privacy helps me with a peace of mind. Yeah, it does, Candace. Privacy is major. That's why I kind of like stopped posting a lot of stuff on social media. I be seeing people post whatever in social media, all over inside their crib. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. That's too much. Not no more. I used to do all of that, but it's like, nah, no, not no more. Social media real sensitive, can be used for the wrong reasons. Yeah, social media can definitely be used for the wrong reason. Social media is it's the new TV. When I started the business, a business in 20 2011 I got involved, and I heard Matt Morris say on an audio in 2012 or so. He said, I wanted it bad. I put my TV in the closet. It was no TV, it was no this, it was no that. And I'm like, yo, that's the way. I really listened, I heard these speakers, and I did exactly what I took their mindset, I took their work ethic. I got my own work ethic, but I took their mindset, I took the tips that they gave me, and I applied it. I applied it with my work ethic. When I came home, I shut the cable off. It was no TV. It was no TV at all. It was no TV. I bought a little $50 at the time. I bought a little $50 what you call it? I bought a $50 Wi-Fi piece that was like this. It was like this big, and I bought it so Hayes would go watch whatever she's watching on her iPad. But it was no TV. It was dead. Everything was dead. Dates were dead. We stopped going out. We stopped going out on Friday and Saturday. All the movie and dinner, all that cute shit was for the broke people in my head. I said, man, I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of doing all this punk shit. I'm just tired of it. If you can't agree with me, then we can't be together. You could go mess with somebody else. You could go be with somebody else, and you could go on dates all day long. But I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of doing this. I need to change my life right now. I put the TV away. It was no going out, no nothing. You have no idea. You have no idea how intense I got with my dreams. You understand that? When you start to get intense with your dreams, there's no saying where you could go. There's no saying where you could go. See, but most people aren't willing to sacrifice a fucking date. Most people are not willing to sacrifice like going out with somebody. Most people are not fucking willing to sacrifice going out with a friend to go grab a drink. They're not willing to fucking sacrifice that for their dreams. So why should you even get a chance at attacking your dreams? Like getting a little bit. Not why would he give it to you? Why would he bless you if you're not willing to give something up for it? That's how I thought about it. That's exactly because I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. Man, I've been trying to become successful since 14. No bullshit. I've been trying to become successful since 14 years old. I've been doing everything you can think of to make a lot of freaking money. And as soon as I got this right and I got my focus right, and I said, okay, yeah, it's time to really lock in. And I think, oh, maybe, and I did that at 25 years old. There's no excuses, right? I did that at 25, and maybe I got a lot of that garbage out of my system by the time I was 25. I mean, some people, some people get in the game at 18, 19. They feel like, oh, I gotta go live life and go crazy, not realizing that, yo, by 25 you could be a multi-millionaire. You bullshitting. You got an opportunity right now. See, I ain't never had an opportunity to get involved at 19, 18 years old, 20 years old, get involved with a business where I got actual mentors that's guiding me and got a system for me where I can live above and beyond my lifestyle, like above and be. You crazy? At 25, I mean, Sashin, look at Sashin. I mean, some of you guys probably don't know who he is, but a lot of people do know who Sash is from Africa. Sash became one of the richest, one of the most successful youngest entrepreneurs in the industry. At 20 years old, 21 years old. You know what I mean? Like doing big numbers. So it's all up to you, right? It's really all up to you. So I say all of that, talking about the TV, putting the TV away, because some people need to put their social media away. People need to put this shit away. People need to get off of the phone. People need to get off of Instagram, man. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. So many people are looking for some type of they're looking for some type of what's the word I'm looking for? They're looking for some type of I don't know, some type of attention. It's like so many people out there looking for attention in some way, shape, or form. Like, yo, bro, you want attention? Go get successful. If you're a dude, you want attention from girls, go get successful. You'll see how much attention you'll get. If you're a girl and you want attention from guys, go get successful. You'll see the kind of attention you'll get. Period. You want attention? Go get successful. Go win. You see the type of attention you get. It's a different ball game. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. And too many people out here looking for the wrong attention. Thank you, Lou. Hey, what up, Anki? What you mean everyone is to themselves? I'm going through the comments right now. I ain't seen none of these. Yep. Damn, there's a lot of comments here. I missed all these comments. Yeah. I'm at now, man. I know I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm figuring it out. Now I know network marketing is the root. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, you left for crypto? What does that mean? I got some crypto. I didn't have to leave nowhere. It's funny. What would I tell my younger me, my younger self? I talk about this in a podcast. I would definitely tell myself. I would definitely tell myself to be patient. My younger self, I'll tell myself to be patient. I tell myself to really be patient. You know what I mean? Like, I remember being 21, 22 years old, and acting as if I'm running out of time. It was weird. You know what I mean? It was so weird. Now that I think about it, it's so weird. How come I wasn't patient? Like, how can a 22, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old not be patient? And I just didn't understand. I really didn't understand the power of patience, the power of there's this saying, be aggressive, be aggressive with your work ethic, but patience with your results. You want to be aggressive with your work ethic. You want to be aggressive when you're working the business. You're not working the business aggressively because you want to get successful fast. Yes, yes. But on the flip side of that is you got to be patient with the results, because in success, just like as if you're trying to get in shape, you can't do 100 push-ups one day and look in the mirror and go, damn, I don't really see too much change. You can't be in the gym for a week and say, man, I'm not seeing the results. Go aggressive in the gym, but be patient with those results, because you will see it. You will see it 60, 90 days from now. You will start to see a transformation. Everything takes time. And at 20 years old, 21-year-old, Jay Payso, I wasn't trying to hear that. I wasn't trying to hear, have patience and all that. I didn't even understand that. Patience to me meant slow. Patience to me meant, like laziness. Patience to me meant, it's never gonna happen. That's what, like, patience to me was like a negative thing in my mind, and it's not a negative thing. Patience is very important, and you got to give yourself time to grow. It's kind of like, you wake up tomorrow and you wake up tomorrow and you hit the lottery for $100 million. Without working on yourself, you're going to go crazy. You're not going to know how to handle that money. You're going to go bonkers, and you will go broke. There's people out there that won that won big jackpots and went broke. Because they wasn't paid. You got to be patient. When you're patient, you're gonna learn through that. You're gonna learn through grace on how to manage whatever you're about to obtain. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna learn through that process. You 100% gonna learn through that process. But patience don't mean be lazy. That don't mean be lazy. That don't mean slow down. Patience don't mean slow down. Be patient. Whatever's meant to be will be. Whatever's meant to be will be. That's a fact. It's like, whatever's destined for you is destined for you. Whatever God got planned for you, it's already done. It's already written. You just gotta go through the bullshit. You just gotta go through it. It's already done. You just gotta go through it to become the person that you need to become. That's it. It's done. So by you taking long, by you not pressing on the gas, by you not applying pressure to your dreams, by you not working aggressively, you're prolonging the situation that God already got written for you. You understand that? You prolonging the whole situation. You prolonging your whole journey, because you taking forever, because you taking too many breaks. Because you want to play PlayStation, because you want to go hang out, because you want to do this, because you want to do that, because you want to go to a restaurant, because you want to go eat, because you want to do this. Bro, you prolonging the situation. And trust me, you don't want to do that. You don't want to regret something later on. You want to get it done now. You want to get it done now. If you think about saving money, and you go, I'm going to save a lot of money I'm going to save a bunch of money when I make a lot of money. Nah, start now. Start with $1. Start with $5. Start with $100. Start saving now. Don't prolong it. It don't matter how much you put into the side. Put it to the side. All of it counts for everything. It's a principle for everything. Start right now. If you're trying to build a business, like, do a little every day. Be consistent. That's all it is. I don't even know why I started talking about all that, but something triggered that. I forgot what it was. It's patience, yeah. So, the patience thing, man. Be patient. That'd be a big thing for me. Is patience. Whew. If I would have had some patience, I tell you, patience costs big opportunities. Cost me big opportunity. You want to hear? You want to hear one of the opportunities that it cost me? You want to hear this? I tell you, you guys want to hear a story that I never really told anybody on live or anything like that? You got 39 people could get it. All right. Patience. So this is one. This is just one of the. This is just one of the many times that I was not patient. I remember we were. It was me and my best friend Sways. Rest in peace, Sways. It was me and my best friend Sways, and I was building a relationship with a really good friend, really good guy, Chris Gotti, from Murder Inc. Irv Gotti's brother, and he basically opened up the doors for us in the studio, and we would make music all the time in the studio. Like, we would be in the studio all the time. Like, we was in the studio when Ja Rule was in there, when Ashanti was in there. We were in there all the time. We were in there all the time, and my man was they was giving my man beats, and we would write songs after songs after song. I was basically the manager, I was the one putting everything together, and we would get beats, and I would come back, we'll record, I'll come back, I'll give it to Gotti, I'm like, yo, what you think about that? And then we'd be in a room in the office in the city, and they listening to it, and they liked him, they liked my man, so that's why they was like, yo, Jay, go ahead, start, the studio's open for y'all can come whenever y'all want. It was like that, y'all can come whenever y'all want. It was a lot of love. And we kept going. First and foremost, I was in high school still. I was still in high school. I was like my last year of high school. I was coming to high school with boxes of Ja Rule and Ashanti albums, giving it out in school. Everybody say, "How you got that?" Yo, Murder Inc. used to give it to me, and I used to give all the CDs out in school. So it was a lot of love. I would leave school, and I would just go to the studio, and I just to be around the energy, just to be around those guys. And I remember one time they gave us some tracks, some crazy tracks, and I thought it was hot. I'm like, yo, my man killed this. Listen to it. And Gotti, I remember Gotti said, yo, this ain't it yet. I remember saying, Jay, this ain't it. I'm like, so what's it? What is it? I remember I'm like, yo, what is it, Gotti? I don't understand that. What's it? He said, it's not it yet. You will know when it's it. You will know when it's it. Keep running through the numbers, basically. Keep going. Keep working. And I'm like, bro, remember, we lived in a style. We lived in Bed-Stuy. We coming into the city every day. We had no car, so we on a train every single day. Part of sacrifice. Right, so we on the train every single day, going to the studio every day. I'm with my man. I don't even rap. I'm just going to the studio, just putting the dots together. I'm learning the game. I want to learn the business side of the music game. And this day in the office, I remember telling Gotti, I said, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. Thank you for the opportunity, and it was like an ego thing. Remember, I'm in high school. I'm like coming out of I'm my last year in high school. My man was already out of high school, and I'm like, yo, Gotti, I thank you for the opportunity, but I think we're gonna work on the craft back at home in our studio in the style. And I said, when I feel like we're ready, we're gonna come back and we're gonna give you a bunch of stuff. Bro, that was the dumbest shit we ever did. I remember that last train ride coming back for some reason. I remember that last train ride on the A train coming back to the stop. And we were talking. We was like, man, we got to hit the studio, on our side. Let's get busy. Because we felt like we kept going to the studio, the crack house. That was what the studio was called. We kept going to the studio in the city, and we felt like we were just wasting time. And we didn't want to seem like groupies. Get it? Ego? You see how that ego start to play with you? He's opened the door for us. They letting us rock in there. We learning the whole game. I'm talking about when Lloyd came out with Southside, Meet Me out the Southside. We were running around with them. Like the number one singles. Like before the album dropped, I had the album. Like it was like that. It was a lot of so we told them, you know what, we're not gonna come until we get back. Now, mind you, there was somebody else in Brooklyn that got a deal. We was in the studio at the same time as him, and he got a deal. I'm not gonna say his name, but he ended up getting a deal, and we were both. And the funny thing is, he lived not too far from me in the style. Everybody knew who he was, and he was running around with DJ Envy at that time and all that kind of stuff. So he kind of like had a buzz already. So my man, they was just prepping my boy. And we all right. So we leave the studio. We said, listen, we're not coming back. Now, what's the lesson here? What's the lesson here? Never stay away from the fire. That's number one. That is number one. That was the fire we were in. We were in the fire. Soon as you pull away from the fire, you get cold. This shit is in life. This is not just personal. This is not just network marketing. This is life. So we pulled away from that fire that we went to, that travel party that we went to every night. Every single night. We was in that studio, coming home at 3, 4 in the morning. We had no money in our pockets. We eating Heroes, or we putting our money together, getting water, juice, soda. We on the train back and forth. We struggling. I mean, you can't tell because on the outside we look nice. We dress nice. We got a couple dollars in our pocket. Nothing crazy. But at that time, it wasn't, we trying to figure it out. We scraping whatever we can up. And we leave the fire where it's at. I remember one time we in the studio and Ja Rule walked in. It was me, Jimmy Kendricks, the producer. Hassan was in the booth, and he was doing his thing, and then Ja walks in the studio and hits me like, "Yo, Jay, who is that?" I'm like, "That's my man." And he goes, we had a small conversation. Like, "Yo, he nasty. He remind me of Biggie a little bit. Yeah, tell him to keep working." Like it was like we pulled away from the fire. You understand that? Us not being patient, saying, "You know what, we gonna come back." Having an ego problem with showing that we are, oh man, I don't want them to feel like we on our, like we sweating them, and we're gonna go do our own thing and then bring it back over here and talk. And Gotti was like, "All right, cool." He was cool with it. Gotti showed nothing but love all the time to this day. Showed nothing but love. We went to the BET Awards not too long, a couple years ago. We went to the BET Awards. He ended let us come to the red carpet with him, Irv Gotti, all these guys, and got to meet a lot of people there. So he still showed love to this day. But when we was chasing that dream, when we were chasing that dream, we took our foot off the gas. We got away from the fire. We wasn't patient, because you know what happens when you in a fire like that? You become better because you're around the talent. You're around the talent. You're around people that's making hits. So why wouldn't you want to be around that? Are you stupid? We were stupid. We were stupid because we were impatient. You understand that? What? Patience will cost you not having patience will cost you big opportunity. Big opportunity. Massive. And I've seen it happen in network marketing. I've seen people destroy organizations because they had no patience. You understand that? That goes across the line. That's across the board. Having no patience will kill everything. So, I know that was a long answer to a question. If what will you tell the younger Jay? And it'll be patience, young grasshopper. What does your daily actions look like now versus our previous? Everything's the same, man. It's the same principles everywhere. Anytime. Like it's a little different for me now, because I'm helping. I'm like it's like before. Like it was just me all work. It was just me doing all the work. You understand that? So when you get to a certain level in the industry of network marketing, you got a team and you're helping your team grow. At the same time, yeah, you put people in the system, but you're helping your team. You're leading. You're teaching your leaders how to lead, and so it's a total different ball game. You keep your foot on the gas, but it's not the same kind of like pressure that you put in the beginning. Don't get it twisted. It's still like I still work harder than 99.9% of the people in the game that's not making shit. And it's just, it is what it is. So it's like, at this point, it's a different routine. Like coming up, the only thing to do is to work. The only thing is to do is savage mode. The only thing to do is to like, yo, get out my way. Like that really, like it's get out my way, get out my way. Like bang, bang, going through, you in and you out, like running through like that's it. There's nothing else. Like I don't even know how to express that to you. I don't know how to express that to anybody. That is nothing else to do but to run through the numbers passionately. People follow strength, not weakness. And when you create something like that, when you bring an energy with you like that, when you bring that energy, you start to create this momentum. And when it starts to kick off, that's when you push down even harder. That's when you push even harder. You understand that? Like, oh man, I got some breathing room. Nah, you ain't got no breathing room. You ain't make it yet. Push down harder. That push, you gotta floor it. Now that those 2 presentations a day better turn into 5. You try to stretch it out to 6. Squeeze it because momentum is the hardest thing to gain. But when you got it, hold on to it because it's the easiest thing to lose. You understand that? Yeah, so it's a different energy that you come with at a level where I'm at compared to how I started. When I started, it was nothing. I had no life when I started. You understand that? I had no life. My life was this. My life was my business. My life was nothing but working until I loved everything about it because I felt like I was learning more. I felt like I was growing inside out. I felt like a machine. It was the greatest feeling it was the greatest feeling ever. I felt alive. Understand? I felt alive. I put all this energy into my work, into my passion. It was you can't teach that shit. People look at me and go, "Yo, you're good, man." It was passion. It was tired of being sick and tired. You understand that? It was tired of being sick and tired. That's what wins the game. This other shit don't win. Bullshit. I be seeing so many people want to do all these little lives. They just the whole industry do all lives and do these positive talks. Man, that shit don't win nothing. It don't win nothing. You're not going to win. I promise you that. You're not going to win if you're out there just trying to do positive talks on social media all day long or, do these little videos. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Sorry. That's one of the other reasons why I get off this. I'm off of social media now. That's one of the other reasons why I don't even be posting like videos or even want to do these lives anymore because so many people are doing it that ain't doing shit. And it drives me really crazy. It really drives me crazy. I'm like, yo, you're not going to get to where you need to be in life doing it like that. You're not fooling nobody. Well, you might be fooling somebody. It's because you're so passionate about doing it. Like you're fooling somebody out there, but you ain't fooling yourself. You damn sure ain't fooling God. You damn sure ain't fooling God. But there's no other way. There's no other way to get to the top. So now, what do I do now? Oh shit! I wake up in the morning. I stretch now. When I first started, I ain't stretch. I jumped out of the bed. Hunger, excited for life. Let's go. Like, it was like that. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Like, people thought I was crazy. Just jumped out of bed. Let's go. All right, what I'm doing today? Just excited. Let's go. Let's work. Right now, I stretch a little bit. I kiss my son. Wake up. Check my phone a little bit. Take a shower. Stretch again. I make a shake. Greens and protein. I go to the gym. I talk a little shit to a few friends. I'm hitting prospects up in the gym, talking to some leaders throughout the day, hitting some more prospects up, talking to new customers. I hit the sauna, come out, I read, talking on the phone again. I come back, I take my recovery, my Hydro FX. I probably already on my third energy, maybe, who knows. I'm definitely on my second energy already. I play with my son. I don't never watch TV. I be fighting my son all day. He wants to just wrestle all day. I wrestle with him. I'm on my computer again. I'm on a podcast. I'm on the phone again. I'm talking to some leaders again. I'm talking to Jefferson. I'm talking to Matt. I'm on the phone again. I'm eating dinner. Yeah, literally, that's my day. I go to the store. I come back. I'm in the, you know what I mean? Like, I pick up the phone, book, read a couple pages, or I go through part of this book. I take a couple notes. I talk to a couple leaders, and then I'm back on the live. Like, literally, that's what, especially in a time like this. Nah, you take a ride in your car, drive around. Not really. I haven't even been driving like that. Like it's nothing to do out here. Really, nothing to do. Nothing to do. I'm twisted. I'm going crazy. Like, I can't wait to go, like, do our first live event out here in New York. Trust me, that's coming. That's definitely coming. Our first live event. But Ruben, that's like kind of like what my day looked like, right? Kind of like that. That's like, I'm on the phone all day. I'm talking to people all day. I'm on, I'm boom, working. I'm not meeting up with too many people. I'm doing everything on, via Zoom. Like, my computer's right here, right? It's sleep right now. Look what's on my computer. Ed Milet and John C. Maxwell, right? So I'm like, this is life. This is life. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking about today. It's been 9 years since I had a job. It's been 9 years, 9.5 years since I worked for someone else. That is powerful. That is so powerful, man. I like working for somebody else will kill me. It'll kill me. It'll really kill me, man. And whoever does work for anybody else, I hope it kills you too. I hope it pushes you to get to that next level in your life. I don't bash anybody that has a job, but I'm definitely pro opportunity. I'm pro, freedom. I'm pro, go live your fucking life. You know what I mean? Like that 9 to 5, I go crazy. Like, people say, we're crazy. I think they're fucking nuts. Waking up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning to go punch in somewhere and stay there for 8 hours. Some people like, nah, man, I'm gonna do overtime. Fuck no, hell no. No. No way. No way. No way. I thought I was about to die my third year in FedEx. I was going to die. Something was going to happen that year. Something was going to happen that year. Bruh. I was doing everything that you can think of, like, to make extra money. And I was like, man, I gotta go. And then when I seen this opportunity, I'm saying, man, I'm not looking back. I am not looking back. I'm going to put every ounce of my being inside this opportunity. You telling me that we could make this much money by showing people how to experience life like this? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. What? Especially now, we could teach people how to experience life, take care of themselves with nutrition, with the right nutrition, and if they into the whole skincare thing, we got that something for their skin as well. 3, oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on. It's not. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So, 9 years, man. 9 years. 9 years. 9 years, almost 10. Because I quit my job first year. First year me building my business, I quit my job. I was fortunate to be able to quit my job. I didn't quit, right? I didn't quit to say I quit, right? I didn't quit my job to tell people I quit my job and I'm doing this, but I'm actually really struggling. I didn't do that, right? There's a lot of people that does it now, that did it before. I didn't do that. See, I had a bad hand. I had a bad hand in life. And a lot of the times, that bad hand, like, most of us got bad hands. But the game, the trick to it is to, you got to learn how to play that bad hand in a good way. If you don't know how to play your bad hand, shit, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough game for you. See, in poker, you could win with a bad hand. You could win with a bad hand in poker. You need a poker face though. You need that stern face. You better have some faith. You better have some type of hope. Sometimes you ain't even got no hope in that hand, but you got to keep that poker face on, cause you never know. Somebody that got a really good hand will fold, but because you didn't fold, you win. Come on. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. I had a bad hand. I played it right. I played it right, man. I played it right, dogs. I'm putting this one on YouTube. I'm gonna put this talk on YouTube. But it's the truth. It is the truth. We all got bad hands. Play your hand right. Play your hand right. Man, it's scary. It ain't easy. It's not easy. I promise you it's not easy. It's worth it. Everything that you're gonna go through is worth it. Every obstacle you're gonna go through is worth it. Everything is worth it because you only get better. And when you win, you forget the losses. You forget everything that you've been through. That win feels so good. Those thousands of times that you was sad or mad or depressed or not happy or where you want to be in life. When you win, you forget all of that. That pain goes away. But like in the book, The Winning, you're going to go back to hell after you get that win. The point is to get that win. Do something with that win. But if you want to win again, you got to go through hell again. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. You got to continue to get stronger. It's like it's like it's like working so hard, right? It's like working so hard in the gym to get your, you know, to get your muscles going, right? To get big in the gym, you get cut up, you get big, you get swole, right? Everything is right. You finally get there. I don't know, it probably took you a year to get there. Who knows? You had a bulk up, you got the cuts. You just look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his heyday. You know what I mean? You looking like Arnold in the Terminator. You know what I mean? You looking like Arnold when he used to compete. You understand that? And as soon as you stop working out, I mean, you don't work out. You just stop for 6 months, a year. You just stop. You stop working out. You start eating again, the regular stuff you was eating, because it's mostly in the diet. You start doing all of that, and you stop working out. Guess what happened to that muscle? Guess what happened to that physique? Guess what happens to your body? You go right back to where you started. This is exactly how winning is. This is exactly how personal development is. This is exactly how it is when you stop working on yourself. You start from the back again. You understand that? You go all the way to the back of the line again. Your brain is a muscle. Your mind is a muscle. It works the same exact way. If you don't use it, you lose it. You lose it. And there's a lot of people that use it, and then they stop using it, so they lose it. Same exact thing in business. You know, you pump your business, you work it, and then you fade away. You think that business is going to continue to maintain? If you ain't got no leaders, it ain't going to maintain for long. Most people are afraid to be a leader because there's responsibility in being a leader. There's a lot of responsibility when it comes to, because most people are afraid of success because it comes with a lot of responsibility. Most people don't want to be, like, unsubconsciously, they don't want to be successful because of the responsibility that comes behind success. You understand how powerful that is? Like, mentally, how that messes people up? Man, I want to be successful. But then they start thinking about things like taxes, and that stops them from big success. Come on. You understand that? How powerful that is? You want the big money, but then you have something like taxes stop you from gaining big success because that's responsibility. That's something that you need to take care of. You can't think like that. You can't think like that. You go learn. Go obtain success. Go grab it by the horns and learn. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to learn. You're not going to be able to learn this shit from a book. You're not going to be able to learn. You could read Money Mastery 1,000 times by Tony Robbins. You could read that 1,000 times. You ain't going to really understand until you get the money. Like, because most people, they never have money when they make money. Man, most people do dumb things with money because they never had it. They could read that book 1,000 times, but it's different when it hits your hand. It's different when it hits your hand. You gotta go through it. You gotta get that out your system. You know, hopefully it ain't too long to get it out your system. You gotta get out your system. But again, let's not go all over the place with this. But you definitely yeah. Lost the train. I kind of lost what I was saying. That was good though. I hope you guys are getting some stuff out of this. I hope you guys are getting some stuff out of this, because that, success, people being afraid of success, that's who we was talking about. Not wanting to take the responsibility of it. Don't worry about that, man. Without it, you got like a man. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a lot of responsibility. When he first started in the game in music, he didn't have too much responsibility. But as he grew, he had a lot of responsibility. As he became a billionaire, a lot of responsibility came into place. If he was not willing to take on that responsibility, he would have never became a billionaire. And most people are like that. Most people are like that. Chat, man, hit me up. I'm not in WV either. Let's chop it up. Let's talk. We got something great going on. If you thought we had something great before, you have no idea what we have right now, buddy. Hit me up, chat. Trust me. Chop it up. Let's chop it up. Hit me my DM. Let's get on the Zoom. Yeah. A lot of people are afraid of success, man. And you know what's crazy? I used to hear that when I was a kid. I used to hear and I was like 17 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old, 17, 18, around that time. I forgot, like 18, 17. I had a mentor. And certain people, I have, certain people in my life. I remember, a lot of things with certain people in my life. And this one individual, he taught me a lot of game. Taught me a lot of game, and he gave me a lot of awareness. And that was one thing he used to tell me all the time. So a lot of people are scared of success, and I never understood that. I was 17 years old. I'm scared of success. What are you talking about, scared of success, man? I want all the money. That was me. I want all the money. Scared of success. Talk about scared of success. But this individual, he was actually my boxing coach, but he used to give me a lot of game. We used to talk a lot. And he himself is from the streets, and very smart man. Very, very ambitious, smart man, ambitious, and was just a go-getter, was hungry. And he used to tell me all the time, man, people are scared of success, man. People are scared, they're scared of the responsibility that success comes with. But I never understood that shit. I never understood it because I wasn't going through none of that. But when he told it to me, I'm like, what are you scared of success? That shit, I don't even understand what you're talking about. But then when I work, I get a little older, get some experience, start to learn, I start to, climb the ranks, start to learn business, I start to do this, start to do that, and I start to read people, start to understand people a little more, I remember one time, a couple years ago, there was someone that was about to hit a significant rank in a company, and they was making decent money. This person was about to hit a significant rank. They were literally kissing it. They were literally right there kissing it. And I was trying to help this person. And somehow, some way, I'm like, yo, you need to, what you do? And literally, when I say kissing it, he was at the line. He was at the line. Like the line was right here. He was like his nose was touching the line there. Bro, he was so close to this. And he never got there. And I would tell him all the time, like, yo, how'd you not do that? Like, how did you not do that, bro? You still got it in you. Like, all right, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I was kind of bugged out off of it. Like, yo, you were right there. You know what he told me? He was scared. He was scared of that success. That's why he never did it. I was like, it blew me away. I'm like, no way. What do you mean? What do you mean? It blew me away when he said that. I swear to God, he told me that. I just didn't understand. This is somebody that went to school, graduated, ended up getting a profession, ended up getting a career. You know what I mean? And bro, what do you mean? You were right there. How do you not? It don't make sense. So yeah, so a lot of people are afraid of that, which is crazy. Which is nuts to me. But so look, guys, man, That being said, I was on this Zoom. I mean, not the Zoom. Look, I was on this live for about an hour or so. I will put this live on YouTube. I think it's YouTube worthy. We just getting warmed up. Thank you. Thank you. We just getting warmed up. But yeah, man, I'll be putting this live on YouTube. Thank you guys for tapping in. This was a good talk with you guys. Thank you guys for participating and asking the questions to help me spark the thoughts in my mind. That always helps. A lot of the times I get on this Zoom and I don't really know what to say. I'm just like, hey, what up, y'all? So thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for asking questions. Man, let's turn it up. Let's turn it up. If you on this team, Team Secret, let's turn it up. We will be number one in 24 months. Nobody has what we have out there. So let's take advantage of that. Love, peace, and happiness. God bless. Let's get it.